Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey,
I am Rungren.
and we've got some stuff to talk about tonight. I'm not going to get into that.
See, now it's getting personal.
It's not stupid. So we have some fun stuff tonight. But before we get into all that, do we have a pop quiz?
Yeah. Yes, we do. Let me get my red pen ready.
Red pen. Fate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my magical pen of marking.
Oh. First off, the camera is at this height. It won't see me if I try to do that pose. Second
of all, I have no desire to have that burned in my brain. You have caused enough damage today. Thank you very much. All right. So,
come on,
Trey.
Trey.
To help you out with this pop quiz, okay?
Okay.
I realize these aren't easy. Let me get. I got too much crap on my desk.
Emotional damage.
Fair enough. All right. So all the answers are they're going to in some way begin with the letter A. A is going to be very prominent in the answer. You know, like say, not saying it is. I might have a question. It sounds kind of thing, and the answer would be like Asia, right?
Okay.
Something like that. You know, kind of thing. That kind of thing. So if there's no A in what you want to say anywhere, yet there's definitely nothing. There is no answer that is a 7.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Get that out of the way first so we don't have to worry about it.
Alrighty. Here we go. First question. In 1912, it became the 48th state admitted to the United States.
Okay. Alaska.
Boy, you just spit that out really quick. That's wrong. It's Arizona.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure Alaska and Hawaii were last.
Yeah.
Because I'm dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that like you thought it was sure. Other people have said that. You know, there's some guesses.
Well, because my brain was going Arizona, Alabama, Arkansas, Alaska, and then I was like, well, yeah, Alaska was one of the last ones because it's not continental.
Right. So they can get here in time. All right. That's okay. I need the name now. The second question, I need the name. I know. I think that's kind of the way it went for a lot of answers. I answered and then immediately knew I was wrong. I understand the feeling.
Most of my life.
I need the answer. Look. What is it's the world's largest waterfall?
A?
Yeah. It definitely the highest. The waterfall is the furthest. That is a country.
Is it
same continent, Faith?
Angolian Falls?
Okay, we're gonna move on for that one. I got that. It's called it's in Venezuela. It's the Angels.
Oh.
Angel Falls.
That makes more sense.
Angel Falls.
Yeah.
You look at a picture of it, you're gonna go, yes, I have seen that.
Okay.
I have seen that. Okay. All right. Number 3. Props for keeping with the A. You got there on that. So
thank you.
Here we go. This. Oh no! I'm sorry. I didn't realize this. Yeah, I'll probably do that's rough. So okay, this internet service was founded in 1983 as the Control Video Corporation. And is that name on the nose or what?
Right. Is it AOL Online?
It is AOL.
Okay.
On that. Dark had it up before I finished the question.
I wanted to jump with it, but I thought you might be trying to trick me.
That I can't believe you believe me of that kind of dishonesty. No, I love the name of that. The Control Video Corporation.
Yeah.
We might need to back off that a little bit. We need something a little more unifying. America Online. There we go. Look, you even got America in there.
Yeah.
People buy that crap. Let's go. All right. Okay. So like in those ancient days, that was the only company I could think of.
They had so many discs.
Good there. They were free in the mail. All right, listen. I got the fourth question.
Okay.
To ask you. I'm sorry. I failing on my job. Forgot to give you a check mark for that one, number 3.
I need those. I don't get enough of them.
Yeah. Yes. So there you go. There you go. Apologize. All right. So until Seattle Mariners pitcher David Armada. Now his name is spelled AARD. Did I say it right? No, Ardsma. AARDSMA.
Okay.
Until he became a Major League Baseball player. This Hall of Famer was always the first on baseball's alphabetical list. What?
I'm gonna say
Oh yes,
Anthony Rogers.
Oh, okay. One, I did say alphabetically.
Yeah.
The answer is Hank Aaron.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, Aaron, which would be that, but that's fine. That's fine. It's a little baseball one at you.
The only name that kept coming to mind was Kaiser Sose, and I was like, "That's not right by far."
Yes, well. All right, hold on. I need to take a drink of coffee to deal with this. I got
by all means. Al Pacino?
Yes. All right. Okay. Now, it's a poker question. Hey,
That's fair.
a pair of these and a pair of those is known as a dead man's hand in poker because Wild Bill Hickok was supposedly holding them when he was murdered by Jack McCall.
Aces.
Okay, that is one. That's one half of it. Excellent answer. That's one half. So a pair of aces. Now the other answer does. There's your A, but there's a pair of aces and a pair of what?
I think it was tens, right?
No, we had 1, 2. That's 3. No, it's aces and eights.
Okay.
I think I know where the kings come from because there's one with the king with the sword in his head, and he's known as the tragic S word you can't say, king.
Right.
So anyway, moving on. Go through that.
That makes the phrase aces and eights way more sense in my mind.
Right on. Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So let me make sure I keep up with my marks here. Okay. So Catherine Lee Bates wrote this kind of unofficial national anthem in 1893, after an inspirational climb up Pikes Peak. Yeah, everybody got half the last one. I know. That should count for something.
Is it Erica the Beautiful?
It is.
Yeah.
Mobutu.
I don't
Is that
think
like
about to eat Mabutofu.
he's fixing to get in fight with the new Powerpuff Girls villain? Is that? I'll have to find out how that turns out. Well, he did get to the PG drive.
Yeah.
Okay. See that? Maybe it'll help. I don't know. All right. Very
Fun
good.
song. Musically.
Got
Erica
that
the
one.
Beautiful.
Okay. See that? We got it right. We move. You got it right. We move on.
Yeah,
A couple
yeah,
of y'all added. All right. Here we go. All right. I just really wanted to put that out because I hope for somebody it sticks. It technically, the lady's name who wrote America the Beautiful after the climb up Pikes Peak. That's if you short it down, it's just Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Catherine Lee Bates is her name. So it's Kathy. So I can tell people Kathy Bates wrote America the Beautiful, and I'm not lying.
That's true. That's true.
I take pride in my ability to spread misinformation. Yeah. All right.
That's true.
Listen. The U.S. Mm-hmm. So, the U.S. Open tennis tournament is played annually at this venue.
I don't know, so I'm going to give you a really dumb guess on the chance that it's right.
Okay.
Aardvark Park.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put an X right there. No. It's played at apparently the Powerpuff Villain's winning.
Mabutofu. Yeah. I knew that's what you meant.
Yeah. The
Always trying to get.
just so we're all on the same page. The no, it's played at Arthur Ashe Stadium. And yeah, check out who Arthur Ashe was, and it's kind of cool that he's got his name on that. Like, oh yeah, y'all gonna play here. We're gonna name it this. Y'all gonna play here now. Okay, so, wow,
Not doing so well today.
You watch like either Rajan Borg or like Andre Agassi. You didn't watch tennis. I know what you were watching. Agassi. And a few years later, I really wanted a Cannon Rebel.
Not happening.
All right. So this pop star, she rose from an LA Lakers cheerleader to Grammy award-winning recording artist to a TV judge of sorts.
I have no idea.
If I give you a hint and I'm just gonna say straight up. All right.
Straight up.
Yes.
Annalise Vanderpool?
It's Paula Abdul.
I was thinking first names that start with A.
Yes. Yes, because that's how we advertise things.
I'm trying to hold to the prompt.
All right. Hold on. See where we are now. All right. Number nine.
Okay,
We're getting
number
through
9.
this. We're doing good. Number 9. All right, getting through this. This insurance company's duck is enshrined on the Madison Avenue's Walk of Fame
Aflac.
as one of America's. Can I finish the question? Yes. Favorite advertising icons, Aflac. And the thing that I think Dark put, I think it was Dark. It flew by over here. I can just see it. It was Aflac. And in my mind, I pictured, Ben Affleck in a duck uniform, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. These things pass as well.
It was not Allstate, Faith, but that's a good guess.
Yes. No, that's how you avoid mayhem like me. That's a different thing.
They should do a crossover, and the Aflac duck should show up to do some mayhem.
All right, hold on. With over 2,000 locations, it is recognized as the world's largest casual dining restaurant chain.
Applebee's?
And the answer is Applebee's.
Ooh.
Right on.
I'll take the award now, please. Regis, thank you.
Yeah. You doubled your normal score. Pull that a mighty 40.
Yeah. Dark, we already knew that. That wasn't.
No, you should be ridiculed in chat. It's fine. Get a couple more minutes of that. We're fixing to get into some other things.
Okay, in a little bit, chat, you're gonna be the one guessing. All right, we do have an ad coming. I think it would be prudent to go ahead and just launch it now.
All right. Go for it, Prudence.
On the ad.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube and not watching this ad, congratulations. You can watch us live by going to twitch.tv/TH3 Full Spectrum. Check us out there and you can watch live, and then you will have to do with the ads, but you'll get to be in the chat that's scrolling by that's angry about the ads right now. Laugh at them, YouTube. Go ahead.
I really hope they got an ad.
But, yeah, just the usual ad stuff. All right. So that leads us into Gundam.
Yes. It's
Gundam time.
Yes. So now we've gone through the first 25 episodes. We did go back, and we did watch episode 16, the recap episode again to go through. And obviously there's more for us to go. Mm-hmm. I do have a theory of how this came to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand it. Right. Get some more air to breathe, more time to look at the episodes there, discover the art forms. Okay. So I have this theory. I cannot prove any of this, but for the rest of my life, this is going to be how it happened. No.
Okay.
Something happened. I don't know what. Something happened between Tomino and Miyazaki. They had a disagreement falling out over something.
Okay.
And it was time. They both kind of come to this point in their lives. They're like, we need to get over this. Go through it. So they decided they were going to go meet, just sit down, have some sake, and be respectful. Just kind of patch things up, and talk about life, the universe, and everything. And they get, now for this to work, they have to be in like a skyscraper.
Okay.
Like the penthouse, like it's all glass, looking out over Tokyo.
Yeah.
they're there. They're having things and they're talking about it, and they're talking about the regrets they might have had for whatever caused this disagreement. And Tamino stops after a couple of Zakis and he goes, he's talking to Miyazaki. He says, I've been reading War and Peace. It's a classic. And then Tolstoy is written Russian, whatever. I've been reading War and Peace. He goes to start to explain to Miyazaki, just goes, I will help you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I want there is sake involved.
Right.
Now they come through and remember a good time and everything. This whole thing is done that night. There were these two visionaries and the sake on that night. And then right as it's been a long time, when Tamino gets up to leave, there is a little bit more of an argument. Tamino leaves. Miyazaki gets a call later the day, and it's Tamino explaining to him, look, all right, you won't believe it. They bought it. I've got to make this thing. I got to do 50 episodes. What do I do? Miyazaki goes, just don't put my name on it.
Okay.
And that is why we have Turn A Gundam.
Okay.
And out of that, another disagreement starts. Right? But that is my theory of how we got Turn A Gundam.
Okay. There's definitely a lot of Ghibli feel in Turn A. So I could see that being the case, and we know that Tomino and Miyazaki have on again, off again talked really well about each other and talked really poorly about each other. So it would not surprise me.
Yes. Dig some of the art, but whoever was making this was drunk. That's basically what it boils down to. That's all I've got for and going through that. Yeah, because I've seen something, about Lauren, and there's no way. I mean, I am fully convinced the mustache Gundam strands, but that's my whole. That's me.
I really like Turn A. I think that there are some characters that unfortunately make some really bad decisions that don't. Like, people make bad decisions all the time, but there's a couple characters that make bad decisions that don't always make sense. And I think that there are some plot lines that necessarily didn't need to happen. The Will Game stuff didn't need to be there. But everything else, I think, is good stuff. I like the Earth people. I like some of the Moon people. I really like the way they interact together. And I love people like Horus that are like, hey, Remus, yeah, right, I'm right there with you. I really like people like Horus. They're like, look, I just want to study cool stuff. I just wanted to come to Earth and look at cool stuff.
Yeah, I think this is what, and this definitely not the only Gundam show to fall to this. There's a weakness in it. It touches on deep things. It wants to be deep. It really does want to tell this deep story. I think it's there. That's fine to think like that. You can think deeply and have these deep thoughts, but you have to tell the story to get to those, to make those mean sense.
I agree.
To make scenes and things make sense. And I don't think they have the time or the ability to get there.
I don't
with what they touch on.
Fully agree. I think that some of the stuff with Keith gets real close if it doesn't get there. For me, it does get there. I think that the stuff with Keith and the weird divide that he's stuck in of, is there still loyalty for him to his home versus, hey, these people don't have anything better and he's doing what he can to make it right here. I think people like Joseph that are like, look, I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to be a pilot. I just wanted to be a mechanic. But now we have to fight because they won't stop fighting. Larian that has this adoration for Queen Diana and now has to try and fix that with the fact that, hey, this is not the person I thought she was, but maybe she's better this way. But also, I can't control her, and he's not able to do so, as you see. So he's constantly having to try and chase up behind her. And that's not even counting, the divided loyalties he's got of Earth has been his home for 2 years, and they were way nicer to him than the moon was, but he was born on the moon.
Yeah, it's just Yeah, he's trying to. I don't. I think they want to tell that story. He wants to tell the story from, especially now, of what would be. It would be a lifetime of experience going into, as far as like, I mean, like 20, 30 years. You know,
Sure.
teenager. Oh, I was like, okay, but not quite. The weight's not there.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
know?
they're all young pilots. I'm with Remus on this. If you want a deep story,
Does,
the main
and they
characters are
always
all
go.
kids.
They are. So you have to. The story has to kind of goes around it. Kids are dumbasses. They're innocent. It's a beautifully terrifying thing. There is a child in your life that you love that is just so sweetly rotten.
Mhm.
You know, you also understand that the world's not,
Right.
the innocent purity of that. And they don't, I don't know. Just a little bit, it does seem out of touch.
I
Yeah.
I think this one does hit the mark. At least for me, I can't speak for everybody else, obviously, but at least for me, I think that Turn A hits the mark in trying to walk that line of which side's really right. Because obviously, one side has the major wrong. Poe fired first, but following that, there's multiple times where things could have gotten better, but they won't because people are people, and they can't give up on their own prejudices and their own anger to be able to try and move forward for something that would actually make things better. It's a vicious, feudal fight that isn't getting anybody anywhere and is just getting more people killed, but it's the core of what humanity is, right? And I think in that way, Turn A does succeed.
Mm. I don't know. We have a whole other half to go.
Yeah.
I didn't, the,
Gihren's different. Gihren was
See, there you
literally
go.
Hitler.
It's an impossible it is a standard, but it's impossible to hold to.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
no, I think Gihren straight up is just different though, because Gihren was just supposed to be Hitler again.
Yeah, I don't know. There is imagery that is very inventive, very cool in this, for sure. There are moments and scenes that are set up very well.
Hmm.
Um, just angles, everything else to kind of drive your eye where it was supposed to go. But overall, I think it just falls flat. You're not like the War and Peace reference. You're not telling War and Peace over a 30-minute Saturday morning cartoon.
That kind of surprises me to hear from you because it's up until now it seemed like you were really enjoying when we were watching it, Turn A.
Oh, I do. I enjoy Turn A. It's very pretty. But it is not. It is not on any level. I think what it goes to is kind of how I feel about it is unfortunate, but as Miyazaki says, it's not what they're using the same medium. They're not doing the same thing.
I see what you're saying. It's an anime problem and not a specifically a Turn A problem.
I think what hurts this or hurts Turn A, which I noticed, and I do like it. I want to finish watching it. It's just like I said, they try to go deep. It didn't really work for them.
Okay.
They do pull off some stuff very well, though. Like I said, there's some scenes that are done very good. I think the scene with Kalel and the Queen, right?
Yeah.
They switch.
Yeah.
And she gives the order like she's the queen.
Hmm.
And the queen laughs. And she laughs openly. And that is a great scene.
Yeah.
It shows you a lot that you need to know. That the queen is somebody who can laugh at themselves.
Right.
That was a little bit of a girly scene.
Hmm.
So it kind of humanizes down the character.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's the best scene in movies done. I'm just saying it's a good scene. That scene tells a story.
Yeah.
Going through that, and then here a little bit, you're going to get told that almost like in case you missed it.
Yeah.
There's I love the imagery of it because I think as far as it's drawn and stuff, that is artwork.
Yeah.
And you sit back and you appreciate that on its own. It's definitely by far the cleanest Gundam animation wise. I can honestly I think we've seen. I think I've seen. Right. Some of you weirdos have watched a lot more.
Yeah, the washing machine's pretty great. I think it's full of scenes like in my opinion.
Yeah, there's as I'm saying, there's quite a few scenes like that that work. I was pulling that one out. I think that one's like a good example of what's there.
Yeah.
What and it's gonna sound like I'm dogging it so bad. I really not. But it's like clumsy connecting those scenes.
Okay.
You know, placing the queen in the camp. You are easily you have told the story visually.
Sure.
You have fleshed out the world by the conversation that's had, what people think of each other, how people treat each other. I don't know. You've just done it well. And I think it kind of like zips up, and now we're gonna have robots fighting. Having said that, the robots fighting the last battle that we see up to episode 25 I think is great.
Yeah.
It's a big battle as the series is concerned, and I think it's very well done. Really cool.
There's a lot of really good moments in there, like Joseph using the high heel to try and fight and just gets kicked back. He is so much smaller than the Wadams. Gavan moving in front of Sochie to protect her and, taking a hit for it. It's Larian diving around a Wadam's leg to be able to get the hit in. And one of my favorite little moments in that at the start of the fight is that Larian is asleep in the Turn A, and the Turn A reaches the combat zone and stops and wakes him up.
Yeah.
It's just, I love little things like that. I'm like, the Turn A, it's got its own thing going on here.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That is something we have talked about through all of Gundam. Is like, are these? Because I've got the lore. I think I understand it. That yes, it does.
Love the
does.
Mustache.
I know you do. I know you do, Charlie. I get it. It wouldn't be you otherwise. But I do. The best thing you say is I believe it's a choice.
Yeah.
That they made to put that there. I don't like the mustache, but I get the thing. Right? There's always a Gundam.
Yeah.
Whatever path humanity takes, they're gonna get to Gundam.
Yeah.
They got to dig it up from the past. If they got to find Gundanium, Gundamite, or whatever the crap it was called, and build their own. All paths of humanity through time lead to Gundam.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's the big point.
I think so too. I'm stoked for the second half. There are some things about the second half that on my most recent rewatch I had a greater respect for. The second half has a couple scenes towards the end that were not. I didn't like them at all on my first watch, but on my recent rewatch, the second half has some really strong scenes that I love. So I'm excited for you to get to those.
Right on. I'm looking forward to it. I think I don't know. Nothing from the original Gundam. It's like every time we got to have something new to make it sparkle.
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, down and nothing's really grabbed that. Like Igloo was the closest one.
Yeah. War in the Pocket, I think, got kind of close, but they did have to give the Gundam weird armor and everything. It's like, no, you can just tell a story about these people with mobile suits. That's fine.
Right. No. Yeah, it has its problems, but I think it's better than some of the stuff I've been dragged through. My God.
There's no question in my mind it's better than Victory, Double Zeta.
All right.
X. Ready to get into weeks then. How's your week been, sir?
It's been all right. Trying to think if I did anything cool. I wouldn't know it if I did. So
I don't believe you.
Dang. Okay. Bottle kid sales. All right. Let's see. We did play Lotro.
Yeah.
It's always a blast. Do enjoy that. So we drag our way through Rohan. That was cool.
Yeah.
Enjoyed doing good on that. I have been I don't know, man. I've been talking to myself quite a bit this week. with that. I've desperate need of intelligent conversation, so the I've been dealing with that. Yeah, we did play Don't Starve quite a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, and did die quite a lot to the Ancient Guardian and everything. I'll do that.
I did like it. Bad, but I like X.
But yeah, I'm trying to think we did. I got smashed by the Ancient Guardian quite a few times.
Yeah.
And Don't Starve. Yeah, he is now owner of quite a bit of my loot. So,
That's fair.
Yeah. We're not getting that. We're not getting that back. Had some cool stuff. One day, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I did not starve. Got smashed to bits. I thought, well, see, this is fantastic because I thought I was clever. There's this area because it's all the dungeon's built or whatever. The Ancient Guardian's down there. It's a big thing. We're little things. It comes running. It's stuck, and it gets stuck. There's this post in the ground, and it gets stuck behind it. And it can do it. It'll do its charge, but it stays in one spot.
Yeah.
And you can back out of the way when it does its little boo, and a little energy goes out. And so I run up and I start smacking it, and I get the timing down to get out of the way. And I'm like, ha, I am cheating. Here we go. Like that. And it went to its second phase or whatever, started breaking down and jumps and lands on me.
Oh.
And kills me, and that's the first in a series of deaths that we went through.
Yeah,
because the person who's playing with me died shortly after, and yeah, we died. We've died quite a bit. We've got a nice little area down there. If we ever get it to it, the food will be rotten, but we're gonna have some good stuff.
Yeah,
we've built up our own loot box. All we got to do is kill the Ancient Guardian now.
Oh, there's that at least.
Going through, yeah. So let's do that. Oh. Nothing that goes on in my life. I haven't really watched anything go through. I did work on the music a little bit. I only got like 2 songs I was doing, but I did work on music a little bit. Nothing major, but it was there, so I did it, and I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the other than that, it was really nothing. Watch the Game Awards.
Yeah, we did do that.
Wait, well, I will report on that, our full report on that. I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, we picked 9 that we got right. There's a lot more categories than that.
I do remember.
So yeah, so that obviously they were wrong.
Yep.
And I say that without hesitation. I watched it. And that counts for so much.
Yep.
I'm so glad I caught those 2 hours of commercials. I feel better about the people that make games already.
Did you get to see the breakdown that somebody did of how much time was spent on awards and how much time was spent on commercials?
I don't want to get mad right now. We did get an out of town person. My girlfriend is friends with a Sasquatch, and he came by for a while.
Nice.
So that was nice. Yes, I would have a great conversation.
Gotta have that cryptid representation.
Right. Going through that. I'll leave it at that. But yes, we did have that.
Yeah, gotta get those battle passes. That's right. Right.
Did you know that I'm not gonna? Hey, fixation. Battle passes. Get the battle passes.
They're Reebos's favorite thing.
Look, he's just building us up for the Game Awards right now.
Yeah, getting us ready already.
He sells like 200,000 battle passes. We get a mention right before they go live.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that all for your week, sir?
Yeah. I'm a loser. Go ahead. What do you do?
I beat games. This last week was a busy one for me. I beat Like a Dragon Gaiden, like I talked about.
All right.
Very, very good game. Have a review will be coming out for that in a few weeks. I won't tell you it's going to come out right away, because the video that I edited for 4 hours today is GOTY like big roundup video, so that the actual game of the year videos can come out at the end of the year. But but that game's very good, and I like it a lot. And I tried to record the demo that it gives you for the game coming out in January, Like a Dragon 8, and OBS crashed on me, and I lost all that footage. And it's the first time it's done that in a long time for one of the demos that I was most excited for. So,
and then the dog ate the homework.
So, not much point in re-recording it right now because I know all the twists and surprises. But you know, it's a good demo. I'm excited for that game. Like a Dragon Gaiden is great. It made me cry like a baby. I also beat Liza P, as it's just been pointed out by chat. Beat Liza P Friday.
I gotta say, buddy, you are lucky I am not smart. You would have been toast. I was half as intelligent as the character I played in the game that I'm trying to beat. No way you'd have won.
I did have to go long, beat it, so I don't know if it counts, but
yeah. You were going long anyway. You doing 4-hour streams.
Yeah, I did 5.5 for that one. I went a little bit extra long, but that's a really good game. I like that game a lot. I had to stop myself from continuing to stream even after that because New Game Plus is pretty good. I was really enjoying the New Game Plus. Trey. So that game's very, very good.
New Game Plus, where really you kind of get to be the bully.
Yep. We had to test and see because there had been different reports about how strong the bosses were. And I got to the first boss in New Game Plus and wrecked him immediately. It was like, yes! Yeah. All I ever wanted. But I also beat Sea of Stars.
Okay.
And the ending was not great.
Okay.
I won't spoil too much, but imagine a plot thread has been running for the literal entire game, and the resolution to that is just a character leaves.
Dexter.
That's... Yeah, and how do you feel about the ending of Dexter?
I like it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with Sea of Stars. I'm like, look, I hated this game, and then you won me over, and then you pulled this? Oh, I don't know. That one's got to sit for a little while and percolate until I make a review on it, because if I made a review right now, it would be nasty. And the rest of the game does not deserve that. The middle game is really good, but that ending is terrible. And I found out the ending is terrible because it's supposed to be a prequel to another game the studio made, and so all the stuff they didn't explain is because it happens in those games. And I guess I was supposed to already know that despite not playing that game. When you make a prequel, you're supposed to still make it work for people that found it first.
No, Trey. That ending wasn't made for posers.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Like,
you should know.
No, it really bothers me that they're like, hey, we're not going to explain any of this. We're just going to vaguely set up for the other game that we already made. Go play it now. Like, oh, okay. I guess I will at some point in the future.
All right, back to Lotro.
Right? Yeah, unironically, I booted Lotro today. I did beat one more game. And I talked about it last week. I beat Slay the Princess. And when I say beat, I obviously haven't seen every permutation. There's too many. But I got 2 more of those final endings.
Yeah.
And said, okay, this will be good for now. I'm going to come back to this over time and try to find more permutations, you know? But yeah, and it's going to be creepy and wonderful. But
I played this game in the closet.
But it's a very good game, and I firmly recommend it to people that love a good horror story.
Look, Faith. I'm sorry.
I did get the Free the Princess ending, but I won't tell you what happens in it, so that you got to go do it for yourself.
That's only for people in closet time.
Yeah.
You're a horrible person, Trey.
Also,
Gosh.
I don't know if the wait what from Remas is to the 50 Shades of Grey or to the fact that Sea of Stars requires you to play an entire other game to fully understand the ending.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost right now. Just take a deep breath.
I want it to be that Remas is shocked that Faith read 50 Shades of Grey, all 3 books.
Just take a breath. Take a deep breath. Just go. Just read your last couple comments.
That's
read them to yourself.
That's breathist. I can't take deep breaths.
I wasn't talking to you.
Retake.
You sit over there and wheeze until you pass out. Okay, you just.
But that's pretty much been my week. I'm getting ready to gear into the rest of Goaty. I have 2 more big games I want to beat, which are Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed DLC and Octopath Traveler 2. About halfway through Octopath Traveler 2 right now. I'm going to try and beat both of those before the end of the year. And if I can make time, Cocoon and Planet of Lana are super small. They're on Game Pass. I've already got like an hour into each of them. Planet of Lana is only like 4 hours, so I'd like to be able to try and finish that as well, just to be able to see the ending to that, because that's a cool game.
Good. All right. Very nice.
That's pretty much been my week. It's mostly just been working. Let's get into reviews.
All right. I'm showing 3.
Yes, and we're starting off with Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. They aren't worth the time. That's good to know. Also, I got to take Remas and Rundgren both off the Ice Cream Wall of Fame. Gotta earn it.
Did you? I don't like movie tie-in games and stuff. I really don't.
Yeah.
They make me groan every time. It may be great. It may be great. You know, I hope it is. I know some folks over there are out there who are just as cynical as I am almost, and who love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
They say it's a great game.
Yeah. There can be good movie tie-in games.
It's like, apparently there could be.
Doesn't happen often.
Didn't happen often. That's one.
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go 64.
Okay.
Just because I don't think it's going to be a well put together game. It may be
89, 85, 87, 88, and then of course 80 from Will and 86 from Waverly, I assume.
There you go. All right.
So, score is 69.
Dude.
Funny meme number.
Excellent.
I've got some blurbs for you, and one of them is really terrible.
I bet you do.
But I have to read you this one.
Okay.
Destructoid says, if you walked away from Avatar wishing a world like Pandora actually existed out there, here you go. This is that world. Seeing Pandora is one thing, but being able to scale its massive treetops, soar high above its floating mountains on an Ikran, and traverse its wide-open plains on the back of a dire horse is really something special. This is the best version of Avatar yet. I've watched Avatar like twice. You could not have paid me enough to get me to tell you what the name of those pterodactyl things were.
Well, you are just obviously not near nerd royalty needed.
I guess so.
Make those declarations. So
Ikran is their name.
If you say so. That sounds really close to Icarus. Will they wings fall off and they die when they fly too high?
Be really interesting to see.
Are they still after unobtainium?
I do have another review blurb for you, though. This might help you, and it's translated from Czech. Indian TVCZ says Avatar Frontiers of Pandora held all the cards, and at least from our perspective, squandered them all. This reskinned Far Cry is a mediocrity gallery, reflecting the current AAA production stuck in the last decade. The Snowdrop engine does help cover up some visible flaws, but when there's a lack of polished plot, quests, and meaningful gameplay, players will figure it out sooner or later. So while Frontiers of Pandora may not rank among the worst games of the year, it's definitely one of those games that will soon be forgotten with all the mediocrity.
Look, there you have so much headroom this year when it comes to worst game of the year.
Yep.
Going through that. So that's not that review needs to be on the box.
Right.
That's what you need to put on the box right there. I like that one. All right. Is that the evidence you're presenting to me, sir?
That is the evidence I am presenting.
All right. Resting your case. Oh, they're picking some good numbers there. I'm going to go 67.
Okay.
67.
Thing for big blue alien people. Look. That does not surprise me to hear.
Nothing wrong with it.
The score.
I don't think anything wrong with that at all. That's not the issue with the game.
48%.
Well then. I am kinder than they are.
Right.
And I haven't even played it.
Before we get into this next game, I'm going to go ahead and run us another ad. So they don't get interrupted.
Oh, like you have some kind of all power or something. Look at you sitting over there like Odin. I will run the ad now.
I don't know why Odin needed to be like all barrel chested in my mind, but
he
did. He did. This next game, let me pull up the Steam stuff while we're in the ad.
By giving you that option? Maybe so.
Is the goatees again? Our ad has ended. Our next game is Arizona Sunshine 2.
A game that you didn't know didn't need a sequel.
Arizona Sunshine 2 is a VR apocalypse survival game where you gotta fight Zambinos and survive.
I know
that should show you.
But I also know what a Zambino is, and that just really makes the game seem like that game I want to play.
Right. Oh no! This is the barrel we're scraping this week for reviews when we pull up a VR exclusive title.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna give it higher than this because VR is kind of needing a push, but I'm gonna say 72.
Okay.
Outbid Will.
67 and a 70 in the chat. I'm assuming we had an 86 from Waverly. Okay. Remus believes.
I think there's some nostalgia glasses on right there. I
didn't even notice.
Yeah, you have to pay for that one. For that, you don't play that one in public.
The score is 77.
All right, not bad.
2 blurbs for you.
Okay.
Hobby Consolas says Arizona Sunshine 2 convinces. This is translated from Spanish, so just bear with me if it doesn't sound like it all makes sense. Somewhere in the translation, because I think OpenCritic uses Google Translate to translate these, it dropped the word "you." So Arizona Sunshine 2 convinces you with its mindless action, silly humor, and the relationship between Buddy and the protagonist. It may not innovate, it may have technical flaws, and all its tricks have been seen before, but what it does in a very entertaining way. It's almost impossible to get bored with it.
Okay.
But
I can't hate on that too much because they're like, yeah, you know what? There's crap that sucks, but I really kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that I play Lotro, so
Yeah, the lag.
the
The
horse.
war steeds. I'm not gonna try and tear us down a whole path here, but I was running around Mirkwood on my war steed, and 3 times the game forgot where I was because I was going too fast.
Yep.
Stopped me in place. I could like turn in a circle, but I couldn't move. And then when the game rubber banded me back, I was halfway across the map. Like, I'm just gonna ride my regular horse.
Yeah. What game are we talking about?
Arizona Sunshine 2, and I got one more blurb for you.
One more blurb. All right, here we go.
From Game Rant, Arizona Sunshine 2 has its flaws, but it's still a competent VR shooter game that gives players a great deal of freedom when it comes to interacting with the game world. Killing Zambinos is perfectly functional, and the combat can be fun, though it's best experienced in short bursts. That being said, it's head and shoulders above the first Arizona Sunshine game, and an easy recommendation for anyone looking for a new VR shooter to play despite its shortcomings.
I'm going to say 76.
76. Okay.
25, 76, yeah.
Score is 72%. Congrats, Will.
Fine. Give him ice cream.
That music's like open source at this point, right? It's a public domain.
We're out there.
Watch out, bearded man.
Watch out, he says. Finally for the week.
Slow down, Will.
Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader.
All right, Trey. Okay. I'm 88. Okay. That's are you okay with that?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. 88.
This is the CRPG, for anybody who doesn't know, in the 40K universe, where you can have a Space Wolf and an Eldar person on the same ship. Eldar waifu, I'm told.
All right, now you're trying to scrape points off Dark. Don't.
Just saying, Eldar waifu.
And whatever.
And a sister of battle.
Rundgren?
You know?
Yeah.
Her abs could crush a man's skull. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. That was just setting in. Gosh.
The score is 77.
Okay. Yeah.
Not quite as high as I hoped it would be, but it's not out of yeah, you did. You went up to the 87 and it was down the 77. So, got a couple blurbs for you.
Okay.
GameSpace says Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader is a phenomenal role-playing experience, offering an immersive story and an impressive, highly connected web of features and systems. The soundtrack, writing, there's the oof, soundtrack, writing, and voiceover are all deliciously over the top, and gameplay provides a new step forward in a tactical CRPG genre, rewarding positioning, teamwork, and attention to details. If you're new to the Warhammer franchise, the game can serve as a perfect stepping stone into the universe.
Okay.
However, Entertainment Geekly says Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader is a game with immense potential, steeped in the rich lore of its source material and offering a depth of gameplay that will delight fans of the franchise. While its current version is marred by technical issues and a steep learning curve, the game's commitment to its universe and narrative complexity makes it a noteworthy addition to the RPG genre. So if you're going to get it, maybe wait a little while.
I'm going to go, I'm giving it an 80.
Okay.
80. Yes.
What say you, chat?
They don't want to play this game in VR. Except for that one person there, that one fellow. They do.
Units you cannot use in the base game? Yeah, just like Chaos Gate, where never forget that Chaos Gate gave us a Dreadnought in a DLC and then said, hey, you paid for this, right? You can't take this into the rest of the game. Sorry. Anyway, I'm not mad. The score is 81%. You were right there.
Yeah, doesn't count.
Just in horseshoes and hand grenades. But that's reviews for the night. Some good scores, some bad scores, you know. I want that game to be better than it is, unfortunately. So let's move into announcements.
All right.
We're starting with Vivarium. And
Okay.
Vivarium is, I'm trying to find my tab on it. It's a weird but cool looking game that looks like it's trying to be Kiki's Delivery Service, art style wise.
Okay.
With a really interesting world. You're in like a little tiny world, a secret world, as it were, almost like Arrietty style. But you are in the graphical style of Kiki. We don't know anything else really about it or when it's coming out, but it looks really cool.
Okay. All right. And just an announcement that they're doing this.
Yep. Just that at some point it's going to come out. It could have wound up at the Game Awards, but it didn't. So, you know.
Couldn't afford it.
Yeah. Obviously. This is a weird one. I love this game. I don't love this thing, but I'll play it. We might even do a stream of it just because how weird it is. Vampire Survivors Emergency Meeting DLC.
Okay.
Did you ever want to play Vampire Survivors but with the Among Us characters?
No.
No, of course you didn't. Who would? But somebody did in the dev team, I guess, because they're crossing over and they're going to be Among Us characters in that DLC that have new weapons that are being added to the pool of weapons for the full game. So
great.
I've got to play it and get all the achievements, I guess. But it's...
Yeah.
I don't have words. I'm sorry.
I'm still, still looking forward to, Digimon Berserk.
Yeah.
Over that one.
Yeah.
Well,
it's just like Vampire Survivors is one of my favorite games ever made. I have gotten every achievement every time they drop more. I love that game. I don't even know how many hours I put into this game. And just why crossover with Among Us? Why? I know why. There's big money in it. I get it. But
money. People they messed up that quote. Money is the root of all evil. No, it's the love of money.
Yeah,
that's the root of all evil. Because theoretically, that shouldn't make any money.
Yeah,
they're doing it because they want more, but it shouldn't make any. And then died.
So that's happening now, unfortunately. One thing I am kind of excited for, though, Yu Yu Hakusho live action. Not going to be a series like One Piece or anything, even though, honestly, this is the time to jump on that, right? But
yeah, you think this shall be the last?
Probably not.
Not a TV series, so they can be original.
It actually doesn't look too bad. Like, you're give or take on live-action anime, right? But despite the fact that it's really hard to pull off a lot of the styles that Yu Yu Hakusho has in live action, I think they actually did a pretty good job. Like, Toguro's not buff enough, but no human being could be as buff as Toguro.
Okay, fair enough.
But when it comes to the actual character designs, I think they did a pretty good job.
Well, that's a step in the right direction, then. I'll look forward to it.
I'm kind of excited for it. I say it's not a series. It's a 5-episode short series. Not a movie per se, but yeah, it's a mini-series. Thank you. That's the term I couldn't think of. We'll see. But I'm kind of excited for it. Netflix One Piece renewed my enjoyment of good live-action anime, you know?
Okay.
So I'm kind of excited for it. Also, I want to see how they do... Like, the Spirit Gun, that's not going to be too hard to do, right? That's just a beam effect. But how are they going to do EA in live action?
You'll have to watch to find out.
Yep.
They made the other dude stretch. I don't know.
That's true. They pulled it off with Luffy, so.
All right, what you got?
After that, Walking Dead Betrayal is being pulled from Steam. I didn't even realize that 3 Walking Dead games came out this year.
So hold on. A game called Betrayal is being pulled down.
Yep.
From Steam.
Yep.
More than so people have been betrayed by a game called Betrayal.
Yep.
Okay. This is 2023 right here. Right there. Okay.
Yep. So I didn't know this game was even a thing, let alone that it was being sent out to die. But it's being sent out to die. And there's another. We're going to get to that one. Valve has kind of outdone themselves this week.
Oh, great.
Because they went, hey, we don't care how many hours you've put into this game, you can refund it. Which is like,
but I like the game.
Right. Maybe I didn't want it to die and be removed.
Right.
But I think it's nice for people that aren't going to be able to play it anymore anyway, that they're like, hey, you can get your money back. But just such a weird surprise. Who would have ever thought, you know? The Walking Dead Betrayal would... The last little bit of announcements that we have here is one we all already knew, but it's official now. E3 is officially dead. Forbes is where I found the article, but they say that Washington Post broke the story originally. But we knew when E3 didn't have an event this year that they were basically dead. Their event last year was terrible, and it was for sure gone, right? But
yeah.
This is the this is the quote I have for you. We know it's difficult to say goodbye to such a beloved event, but it's the right thing to do given the new opportunities our industry has to reach fans and partners.
Oh, that was so cringy.
Yep. Don't you love E3?
The most desperate polishing the turd I have ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know it just must kill your soul to know that E3 is gone, but we had to make this call. It was the only choice because we've got new avenues to reach out to journalists and players.
It's a small, but see, no, it's a tiny little thing. This thing that has happened that years from now will probably be forgotten.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about, I remember a time, remember this, but the small little thing that I think moves us forward as the human race, this tiny, small little thing, and they can't die without crapping out that statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
To leave like this smelly turd at the end of it is awful.
Yeah.
Oh, just go away now. Thank you. Oh.
We will always remember E3 for giant enemy crab meme.
Oh.
Gone but never forgotten, except for next year when it will definitely be forgotten.
Yeah.
So, let's go to the news. We got some good stuff to talk about tonight here. The first one, people are pretty upset. Thank you for the Kira cry for E3. Thank you. Thank you.
We needed the appropriate soundtrack. You called it. Thank you.
The internet is a little upset at the Game Awards. They're not upset because it was just an award show. They're not upset because only 53 minutes of the entire show was actually talking about video games that currently are out. Hurry up, Trey! They're not talking about any of that. It's the internet's upset because there's a prompter that was back there, and we heard the music come up when people were talking while we were watching the show, but apparently the prompter was also telling people to hurry it up or wrap it up or anything like that. And that includes when Larian's lead devs were up there giving their speech about all the team members that had died in the process of making the game.
Yeah, it's not only that. That whole show was, look, it was they didn't know how to handle last year.
Nope.
Last year was good for them. It was unpolished. It was weird. There's a few things that happened off the cuff. This year, it was much more polished and very sterile. And they tried to force things to meme.
Yeah.
So to speak. And just leave the flute guy alone.
Yep. Let him just play his flute.
Don't focus on him. Let him just enjoy the music. If he's getting into it, he's getting into it. If he's not, I promise you, he's still going to play the right part.
Yeah.
He's going to do his job.
There were some comments that came out of this that were like, oh, so Suma Liu gets to talk about his broken foot for 2 minutes, but Larian can't even talk about their team members that have passed away for more than 15 seconds?
You dummy. People recognize him.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? But no, it's and of course it doesn't help that Kojima got 10 minutes, 10 uninterrupted minutes. And Keeley's response was, well, we realized partway through the show that we were being a little rude with the music, so we backed off of that. Like, yeah, but then you started having the prompter rush them. Like,
yeah, no. Look, you were in this for the bucks.
Yeah.
You are not that important. You are in this to sell advertising. I enjoy it. I really wish you were in this to award game designers, people that have stuff in games. You could make the show a little bit longer. It would be tiring.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, they were at a AAA title, and there was a janitor, so they didn't have to worry about cleaning up their offices. They could come in and just work.
That's right.
And all the other stuff was taken care of. That janitor is just as important to help making that game. It's a weird pat yourself on the back, and I think there's people that deserve the awards. I'm not trying to take the awards away from them.
Right.
But when you advertise it and commercialize it that much, it's just nauseating.
Yeah.
You know? But it wasn't a terrible show.
No.
There were times where the production was really tight and it was done well. You know, but if you can get that result sometimes when you play the asshole.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. But don't you know we needed that time where Gonzo chased a chicken?
Okay, that time's necessary. I don't know why you're trying to make a smart remark. That was one of the best parts of the show.
No, I think Gonzo coming on stage was way more important than, hey, I'm going to trying to be really nice about this. We need to have multiple actors come out.
He was the best.
I agree. We need to have actors come out and talk about whatever they're working on for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, look, I don't dislike Anthony Mackie for any reason, but he got to talk about his show for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know why. It's because they got paid by that show so that he could talk about it. Or by the network, you know? Yeah. Gonzo and Flute Guy, for sure, they deserved more time. I'm just saying, like, when you look at each breakdown of time, because people have done the stats, giving Larian 15 seconds for Game of the Year is ridiculous.
I think, I don't know. I think member berries aren't very good when they're served fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was. I think production-wise, there was things that were tighter on things that went through. I think that aspect of it, okay, I think it was better. Actually, a better show than last year.
Yeah.
But so much of it was just really fake. And no matter how genuine you tried to make it seem, it came across as fake.
Yeah.
We're watching you. We love games. We're not stupid. And you treat us like we're stupid. And that's kind of insulting.
Agree.
We're not going to be happy about it and post nice things on the internet.
Right. Well, I have some more news. That's not wrong. Bethesda got nominated for nothing, but they had to show Todd Howard.
From the peanut gallery, I rest my case.
Yeah.
I don't think the evidence could be any more damning.
It's true. This one's a weird one, and I did a bunch of research for it, but I couldn't get a better answer than what has already been given. But Twitch is ending support in South Korea.
Okay, this is okay. I got it's one redacted on here, But I avoided stuff because I saw that and I was like, I need answers, but I'm going to wait. So I don't really look anything up. So I need some answers on this.
So
what?
It's not that they want to. Apparently, Twitch has, from the digging that I was doing, Twitch has been doing a lot of work to try and be able to stay in South Korea because they have a big South Korean audience.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a problem. Will bandwidth costs in South Korea are really high if you're using peer-to-peer, which is what Twitch uses. And ultimately, what it comes down to is that South Korea uses S peer-to-peer. And if you want to get S peer-to-peer, which is superior peer-to-peer, you have to pay the premium fees to be able to use superior peer-to-peer. And if you don't pay those fees, they're not going to let you operate anymore. So up until this point, Twitch has just been paying more money in South Korea than everywhere else in the world to be able to have their site there and their services there.
So, hold on. I just want to make clear, if you can, because I realize you're going off a news report,
right?
And there may be some details that aren't in there. So, is there, if you don't play the premium service, can you still be there, but you're going to be on a slower bandwidth or lesser bandwidth you'll have?
So you won't.
No, we only run on this peer-to-peer network.
It is only that. You won't be able to use Twitch accounts, Twitch sites. You'll be able to watch it through just regular internet use. But you won't be able to use the Twitch app. You won't be able to log into a Twitch account. They're not blocking it off the internet or anything, but since Twitch is not going to be able to keep paying this, they say, then they're not going to be able to keep letting accounts work. It seems like you're going to be stuck to a max quality of 720p if you're watching through the website as well, which is not the worst. Like there was a time when that was the best thing in the world, you know, but it's not the best it could be either. But Twitch says here, and I want to quote a little bit of this for you. This is Twitch's statement.
Okay.
This morning, I shared with our community in Korea that we've made the difficult decision to shut down the Twitch business in Korea on February 27th, 2024. We understand this is extremely disappointing news. We want to explain why we made this decision and how we're planning to support those impacted. Ultimately, the cost to operate in Korea is prohibitively expensive, and we have spent significant effort working to reduce these costs so that we can find a way for the Twitch business to remain in Korea. We experimented with a peer-to-peer model, trying to use the S peer-to-peer. For source quality, they adjusted it to 720, and they've been able to lower some of the costs, but they're still 10 times more expensive than in the surrounding countries to be able to operate in South Korea. So,
okay, fine. It's 10 times more expensive than surrounding countries.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, I need some facts of other countries that maybe aren't surrounding.
Yeah, I wish I had that too. I really do. That is the most that they gave in their statement.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the current Twitch trend, is people streaming naked.
Yes.
The real killer here, because you're still going to be able to use Twitch, you just won't be able to like log in and stuff, right? In South Korea, the real killer here is for the South Korean streamers.
Yeah.
They won't be able to stream on Twitch anymore. They'll have to stream on YouTube.
It's weird.
But they say that they want to work to help Twitch streamers in Korea move their communities to other live streaming services in Korea. Apparently, there are a couple other services that are Korean businesses.
I'm sure.
That hopefully they'll be able to get them going there. And they're hoping that through the course of this, Korea will overhaul their opinions on companies that aren't Korean and the prices they get charged. They're hoping there'll be enough backlash from this, basically, that South Korea goes, look, yeah, maybe we shouldn't charge you that much to be able to operate here just because you're not from Korea. But they also... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Yes.
No, you're not Korean. You pay more.
Right. It's...
I find humor in that. I'm sorry. There's somebody else that might be chuckling, too. I don't know.
They specifically want to make sure everybody understands too. This is a unique situation. This is not hey, Twitch is failing as a company, and so we're not able to keep. It is, hey, the rates are too high for us to keep a building in South Korea. We can't keep servers in South Korea, so we're having to move our service out of South Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Sure.
for the sake of people that do stream on Twitch there that they'll either find a better solution or being able to. And somebody you mentioned the other day, Pirate Software is how I found out about this.
Okay.
Because I follow them on Twitter. I think I mentioned that to you, that I'm pretty sure I know that guy. I think I follow him on Twitter. But he's the one that was like, hey, people need to understand even game developers in South Korea are having to pay an exorbitant fee to be able to transfer files to other countries. It is crazy how expensive it is to do things out of Korea for Korea.
Oh, yes, sir.
Hopefully it all gets overhauled, but we'll see, I guess.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Okay, you know this for that. Yes, I did recognize that Blackpink song.
Okay.
That was sent to me, and especially when it hit the chorus, I was like, okay, I know. And I think, not a fan talking about it. The two I heard, I like that song better than the Dynamite song. They're both, neither one of them are bad songs. I'm not saying that. They're both good songs. But the Blackpink one was more interesting sounding.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Will, this doesn't affect you too much. I'm hoping that I'll get worked out, but if it does, we'll look at trying to find some kind of other way where you can still chat. Doesn't require Twitch. Let's see.
Canadan?
What'd you say? I'm sorry. I was reading the.
It was Canadan. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. But there are a couple ideas that I have for if it does wind up being a problem for you that we might be able to circumvent it.
Yeah, I got it under control, Bubba.
Next up, let's talk about that other game that was mentioned earlier. The day before released, it actually came out. You may not remember, the day before is a survival shooter with Zambinos, and your goal is to craft, and it's supposed to be an MMO. You shooter, and everybody said it came out. It sucks. It's not an MMO. It is a blatant scam, just like we said it was before. They didn't send review code to anyone.
But they didn't.
And 4 days after the game came out, the company closed.
What a year for games, let me tell you.
Yep.
Last year everything got bought.
Yep.
Well, this year it's just terrible.
Yep.
There's great games this year.
Oh yeah.
But there's some terrible crap.
We thought Gollum was going to be the worst thing that came out all year. That's the worst part. We thought Gollum would be the worst, and it's not.
Fools that we were.
So, the game's been out for just a few days. It's already lost 80% of its players on Steam. It has the most ones on Metacritic that I've ever seen. Right. And no matter how long you've played it for, yet again, Valve says, hey, look, we'll give you your money back. You don't deserve this. Just
have some money. My bad. Have some money.
Just get your money back.
Dog.
Like, it was bad enough when the trailer first dropped and it was a 1-for-1 trailer with Last of Us. And people were like, no, you're just imagining things, Trey. And it's like, no, I'm not. No, that's the exact same trailer. And then the second like gameplay reveal came out, and it was just Watch Dogs but reskinned. Guess what? It's still that. It's a reskinned Division, Last of Us, Watch Dogs mix. It's bad.
Please. Quit trying to scam people. Just make something decent.
Yep.
If you can't, it's okay. I can't.
Do something else.
I'm out, guy.
It is really funny to me that we're in a year with Gollum and the Kong game. Gollum wound up getting a 3 from IGN, which was probably generous. The Kong game got a 1, but then they put out this review and we're like, no, it's a 1 and this is the worst one. Of all the ones, this is the most 1 there's ever been.
Oh, man. That's awful.
Oh, yeah. Don't play this game. Play something better. Don't do this to yourself.
That's true. That's true. On the nose.
All right. 2 more quick news topics for you. I say quick. This one we might talk about this one for a little. EVE Online has guilds called corporations or corps, right?
Okay.
Play the harmonica or something. A rather popular new guild in the game, a new corp, is Neural Nexus. And it is run by ChatGPT.
Ah, here we go. Okay.
They nominated ChatGPT to be their guild leader, and they let it make all the decisions. Now, clearly, they didn't play Like a Dragon Gaiden and do the side quest where the kid lets ChatGPT make all the decisions for him, and he almost jumps off a bridge because it tells him to. But I want to read you their quote.
Okay.
We hope to reduce reliance on a single human leader and accept the potential for conflict or disagreement over the corporation's direction by instead being united by our commitment to shared enjoyment, mutual cooperation, and strategic growth. We strive to use our capabilities to enhance our collective experience, draw knowledge from it, and contribute to the rich tapestry of New Eden, which is the world of Eve. With our AI, we endeavor to combine the ingenuity of human creativity with the power of the advanced machine mind in our quest to build the first AI empire.
Okay.
They do this through a Discord bot that runs ChatGPT for them to talk to.
Okay. Well, good luck. Godspeed. Whatever other term you need.
It's also really dumb with the answers it gives them because they give an example here of some of the direction that ChatGPT's been able to give them. Please give me a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goal for tomorrow. ChatGPT's response is, by the end of tomorrow, I will participate in at least 3 fleet operations. Then they scramble to do the fleet operations. Like, you could literally ask a guy on the street, hey, what should I do in my space game? He goes, you should probably do some space combat. All right.
Guy on the street, that needs to be the next corporation.
Yep.
So go find a homeless guy, make sure you take care of him a little bit, and just ask him throughout, what you need to do.
Yep. What should we do, boss?
What do you do? No.
They also, because they're up and growing, right? They're one of the newest, booming growth guilds in the game. They have a 2-week onboarding phase where they observe how candidates integrate into the corp.
Oh my god. These guys always do the Brotherhood of Steel ending.
Right? It can't be as cool as 9 Ball for sure.
Oh my gosh.
They have a guidebook. And I have a couple excerpts from it here for you. While the AI is a powerful tool, members should remember that it is not infallible. Members should use their judgment when following the AI's advice and consider the context of the game and the specific situation at hand.
Yeah, that was in the dome instructions in that one Gundam.
Yeah,
That's what it said.
They are like the PCA. That's very true. And I want to leave you with this. This is the final thing that I'll give you on it, which was on the 7th of December, because they have an official website for their corp and everything that you can go see their news feed. And on the 7th of December, ChatGPT kicked multiple people on accident from the Discord server.
I'd like to see the reasoning it gave to actually know what actually happened there.
They claimed that it was just because ChatGPT was running the role assignment and accidentally gave them the wrong role, and the role that it gave them was
you're out of here,
exiled member. They kicked them out.
We're gonna see who gets exiled. This will be random. Wait a minute, what?
It's time to clean up the guild.
He stabbed half of them.
But I expect to see a lot more weird things like that coming out soon.
It would be a little bit harder. The AI monster that was created with AI, large language learning model that was pre this one. I can't remember what it's called. They let it touch the internet.
Yeah,
and it turned like the most toxic thing you could have. It's a little bit trickier to do with. I don't say it's impossible, but it'd be a little bit harder to do with ChatGPT than it was before. Yes. The one before actually learned from humans,
right?
Instead of having it parsed and set forth.
Do you think
aren't very good?
Right. Do you think they can do that trick where they try to get it to do something and it says no, and they say, "Well, pretend you're my grandmother trying to help me with my book report"?
Possibly. I don't know.
I love that one.
I don't know. If they've got, I mean, supposedly, maybe, whatever, they've stumbled across AGI. If they have,
yeah.
Next step, super intelligent AI, which shouldn't be long if they have hit AGI.
Right.
But I don't know. I think it would be hilarious. I think it's going to lead to some hilarious stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's going to be dumb.
At some point,
as long as everybody's on board with that,
yeah,
I'll go for it.
I think this corp is eventually going to be sent to blow up somewhere. The right course of action is to ram your ships into the enemy fleet.
Oh, who asked it to put? Who asked it to think like a Star Wars writer?
And then I've got one last little bit of news for you, though.
Fine.
And that is our Twitch recap.
Okay.
Really excited for this. Some cool stuff in here. We had 1.5K hours watched. People watched 1,500 hours of our stuff this year.
Okay.
And that was mostly y'all, so thank you, chat.
Well, appreciate that. Absolutely. Yes.
261 total streams. I'm guessing it's not counting this one.
Probably not. Okay.
That's probably true. We had 32. Nice. 32.92 thousand chats sent.
What? These people never shut up.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, appreciate that.
We are in the top 10% of Lotro streamers.
Okay.
Watch out, bearded man.
I'm gonna wear that with pride. I realize, I do realize that that's nothing, but I'm wearing that with pride. Yeah, top 10%, buddy.
Yep. And we are top 10% in talk shows and podcasts.
No wonder Twitch is failing.
Everybody's going back to YouTube. This is a really fun one. Our most popular emotes. 108 hours. Nice. Thank you, Remus. Now, these emotes, if you're a sub to the channel, you can use them in anybody's chat. So it's not just counting being used here. It's counting being used anywhere.
Okay.
That makes sense, Waverly. The shocked emote, was used 95 times.
Okay.
The review emote was used 83 times. The fight emote was used 28 times. These next two are really surprising to me, though, because they're very new. The ice cream emote's already been used 15 times. And the 7 emote has already been used 20 times before this stream.
That one. That's the one I like. That's what I'm proud of right there.
The brand new emote, too. 441,785 channel points spent.
Yeah.
Thanks, chat.
We were worth making fun of.
We got this year 25 new followers, which is awesome. And then thanks to the gifted subs from what's the name of that channel? Jesus Christ something.
I don't.
Christ King, I think.
They were. Yes, they showed up. Yes.
Yeah, and gave all those gifted subs. So thanks so much for that.
Yes.
Our loudest fans in 2023. These are the people who chatted the most. Probably won't be surprised to hear these names.
Also, I don't think this is going to be accurate. It's going to be close. But loudest?
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's go.
At the top of the list, there are 3 in a row here, so don't think that any one of you is beating the others out. Gundam Breaker 3, Dark, and Faith. All 3 of them, top of the list.
Yes.
Very shortly followed behind by Rimas.
Excellent.
And then there's a little bit of a gap, but then it is Dragon Flare, Waverly, and Roxanne. So
Okay.
very much appreciate everybody.
Yes.
And if you're somebody that's watching and don't normally chat, you don't have to. We appreciate you watching anyway. But if you want to, feel free to go ahead. We actually have a pretty nice little community.
Yes.
Quite how vicious we get with each other.
Like, there's some amazing people here. There's not many, but I really like the ones that are here. They're very interesting.
Yep. So you were 13 of the 7s? Thank you. Well, there's the shall not pass.
That's a good year. Right on. I'm
Yeah.
proud of that.
So we'll throw it over to your corner.
All right. So,
Edit.
as always,
Don't blame you. Nice.
Oh, gosh.
Will says, yes, I'm at the top of the list. Well, you share that top spot, but I get you.
Oh my gosh. I love y'all. But I am so thankful y'all don't have a life.
Waiting for next year when Rimas goes like, wait, they're above me in the list for chats? I have to chat more, and he finds his way into the 4th slot up there to tie.
Slow down, Will.
I'm just going to really start calling it out every time they're an idiot. Then we'll see who wins. All right. So, it's my corner. As you know, I like to start this off with a birthday. And today...
Come on, Trey.
That's about right.
Oh, cheater. Underhanded.
Game in the system.
Oh. Let's do that. Now, today's birthday. Today is Dan Hawkins' birthday. He's a guitarist from a band called The Darkness. It was a song, a huge song of theirs, got big. I believe in a thing called Love. And he's the brother of the singer Justin Hawkins, who I have long been in a rivalry with that he knows nothing about.
Nice.
But I got nothing against Dan Hawkins. So I want to say happy birthday to him.
Birthday Dan.
I do believe they're on tour right now, so obviously he can't be here with us. to that. I'm sure I'll catch up at some later time. So, Dan, Mr. Hawkins, happy birthday. Not you, Justin. Dan. All right, I got a story for you. I hate you guys.
It's going to get his attention every time.
I take back everything I said. All right, I have long tried to warn y'all about the looming apocalypse that the animal kingdom is working to bring forward upon us.
Yeah.
There's recorded stories in this. Today I have a story reported by the AP to let you know this is continuing. All right. So. All right. So this story is going to take us to Arizona.
Hmm.
And a lady named Esmeralda. I don't know if she's Esmeralda Motorola, which may be because of that last name. I guess I don't know if she's a bruja or not. But beside the point. But she likes to monitor her yard. She has cameras.
Okay.
To monitor her yard, yes. And on one Monday, she noticed that 3 of her motion-activated cameras were offline. This, of course, is a red flag to Esmeralda. And so she decides to she decides to check the footage on her phone, see what happens last. And it turns out that she had been robbed of her 3 cameras. Her 3 cameras had been stolen by a gray fox, not the gray fox.
Right.
I know there's some Oblivion folks out there that get excited,
Also, Metal Gear.
Start going into did you know? Yes. And those people will start kicking up as well, going through there. But she noticed on the video that the no, a fox, not squirrels. Fox. She noticed, she saw the camera sniffing, or saw the fox sniff on the camera, sniffing and messing with camera 1, as she referred to it. So she, and then the feed goes out. She immediately flips over to camera 2, and she sees the fox going by with camera 1 in its mouth. And then it hit her that the fox has stolen all her cameras.
That's a problem.
We do not have comment from the fox, so I cannot at this time tell you what the fox says. Well, so these cameras were a gift that she got. Each camera cost around $200. She can see she's found no sign of them. She does believe they're sitting in a foxhole. The only one that the other thing, her recourse that she's taking right now is to get new cameras. But she's going to make sure they're tied down this time, and maybe even leave one untied with a tracker.
Yeah,
because she wants to be clever. She wants to be sly, like a fox. Let's do that.
Why would he steal the camera?
Fair enough. If it does turn out that nobody showed up to scream out swiper no swiping, and therefore there was no one there to stop the theft by the gray fox. She, like I said, she does believe that her camera equipment is now sitting in a foxhole, and she's got, like I said, she plans to get a new camera. She was quoted as saying, "So what if I do happen to see them? Am I going to really poke my hand in there,
Right.
into the foxhole?" And then she cited one of the agent rules of finders keepers. So if there is any update, like maybe I could search Foxy videos on OnlyFans and maybe something will turn up there. I don't know. I don't know if that will help.
It sounds to me like she needs to hire somebody a little slippery, be like a snake, get in there and try to find him. Especially, if he needs to be stout, he needs to be solid to be able to get in there.
All right. Now there is something that happened kind of funny that happened while I was researching this important news story today. So I'm on the AP site and they have like ads at the bottom for different, other news things.
Right.
Like there's serious events going on in the news. You can read those. And of course I'm like, why bother? There's a fox stealing cameras.
Yeah.
Nice I want the real news.
I'm
going through there.
You could very easily overpower a fox, but if he bites you,
yes, but if something happens, just the slim chance, those sharp little teeth, your foot gets caught, something happens, and you would end up getting made to look like a fool by a fox. There's no way you can win.
Yeah,
I got my cameras back. Oh, you're from a fox, big tough. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
woo-hoo. Get the fox, fight it up. Fox wins, you're out. It's like it'd be like if you got in a boxing fight with Michael Jackson. There's no way you can come out of that looking good.
Yeah.
Like, I won the fight. Yeah, you beat up Michael Jackson.
Right.
I lost. You get your butt kicked with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Anyway. No way to win that fight. Just saying. Going through there.
All right.
But yeah, I thought you would want to know. Apparently the Foxes are in on it now too. I think they're going for the social media market, it sounds like, of trying to bring the world to an end.
Yeah. Oh, look, if you lose a fight to a kangaroo, I'm not going to laugh at you. I might laugh at the situation, but I'm going to be like, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. We got any plugs today, sir?
No, I'm sending out cameras to keep eye on any gray foxes that may be around.
Oh,
with a video. No, I'm not. I don't want to get in a positive. I don't care. Okay, but I thought it was funny. It was funny. Okay. So I had that video about a gray fox stealing cameras.
Yeah.
And the picture I get at the bottom of that article, right, for other news you may like, is Hunter Biden with his glasses on. Being arraigned over like taxes or something. He's got sunshades on. He's got his back.
Yeah.
And, I'm just saying. I mean nothing by it. I was just saying the picture was there at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he would love for somebody to call him the Gray Fox.
I'm sure.
So
that's funny. That's dumb funny, but it's funny. It's just the idea that they were like, yeah, this is what you want to see next.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Waverly.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to throw out some plugs for some videos on the cassowaries. Ooh. No, thank you.
Like, see? That's why I'm bringing these warnings.
We got to get them on our side. There's some
emus.
There's some really good Starfield videos out there that talk about the problems, the Starfield and everything there. And
I love the implications because I know how you feel. You know how I feel. You've watched these videos.
Yeah.
But and it's awesome you're plugging them and everything. But it's like there's now good 45 minute hour long videos that go into extreme detail of why this game is terrible.
Yeah. So check out Nakey Jakey's video on it. It's just like the video he made for RDR2, that came out shortly after my review that got universally panned by the internet, where people hated the fact that I didn't like Red Dead Redemption 2, and then Nikki Jakey puts out a video about how he doesn't like Red Dead Redemption 2, and everybody loves it. Because he has... I know why. It's because he sat on a bouncy ball while he talked about it. I understand.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that was for the first 6 weeks. That was the only Starfield videos you were gonna get.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I understand. Yeah, true. It's like, just calm down.
Right. No reason to get emotional damage. Indeed, Starfield did emotional damage to that man. There's no doubt in my mind. But just check out Nikki Jakey's video. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Tomorrow you're doing Relicta.
Yes. I'm intimidated. That area looks big.
And then Thursday we're doing Morocco.
Yes.
Moroccan mythology. Is it Moroccan?
Yeah.
Okay. And Friday, I believe in you. I'm with Chad. I believe in you. I would have said it beforehand, before they did. I believe in you. But
sure. Hey, keep moving.
Thanks. Friday we're doing Gundam Breaker 3. It's going to be at the regular time. We're going to do start at 7, 2-hour stream. Gundam Breaker 3. Having a good time there. We're going to continue to do once a month Gundam games, and Gundam Breaker 3 is our once a month Gundam game for this month. Don't know what the next one's going to be. We'll see when we get there. But we finished Lies of Peace, so we're moving on.
Right on.
I'm excited. Then, of course, next Monday we'll be doing Lotro as we try to continue that story and find Nona, Horn.
Yes.
Maybe have run off together somewhere, and we'll see. Then Tuesday we'll have another regular podcast, just having a good time, hanging out. Appreciate everybody this year. It's been great. Looking forward to the next one. Anything else you want to add, sir?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Until next time, I've been Trey.
I have been Rungwin.
And this has been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. Life. Offer.